Thursday Theology. Pastor Bryan Hopfensperger. Here's another Greek to me, and our reading for this week comes from Luke's Gospel, chapter 23, verses 1 through 25. And in the first 5 verses of that reading, the verses are 1 and 5. The multitude of the Jews were told, drag Jesus to Pilate, and they say that they have found him guilty. So there's the first of our Greek to me words, found. And then Pilate later replies in verse 5 that he has found no fault in Jesus. We can see what a weak man Pilate was, that he found no guilt in Jesus, and yet he condemned him to death anyway because of the pressure from the mob. But there's our other Greek to me word, fault. Both times that they found guilty or found fault. So the first of the Greek words is heurisko, that is to find, and the second is aition, fault or reason. Now I'll get to why I picked 2 Greek words this time instead of 1 in just a moment. Now the word for find, heurisko, you've probably heard the related word. It comes over from Greek into English. And if somebody finds something that they've been looking for, they say eureka. Or if you're a history buff, you might know that Ronald Reagan went to college in a town by that name, Eureka, Illinois. It's the Greek word to find. And as we read, they found Jesus guilty, or Pilate, on the other hand, found no fault in him. Both of those words, find or fault, either one of them, they're not really rare words in the Greek language at all. They're scattered all throughout the scripture. But the reason I picked those 2 words together is because Jesus is the innocent one in whom is no guilt, and yet he allows himself to stand guilty and accused in our place. Jesus stands there falsely accused. Even though he's found innocent by Pilate, he's condemned to death. He allows this. He does this for you. It's for you that he submitted himself to death, so that you would never be found guilty before the true judge. You might be considered guilty by the world's judgment. You might even be sentenced to death by the judges of this world. But when you stand before the only judge and only judgment throne that counts, this is the judgment that will be found for all of God's faithful people. And it's found in Revelation 14, verse 5, and we have both of those words. Listen to Revelation 14, verse 5. And in their mouth was found no deceit, for they are without fault before the throne of God. That's the power of the innocent blood that the Son of God, Jesus, shed for you. He was found to be with fault. The fault of the whole world was counted as his. And in him, we are cleansed. We are found to be pure and spotless before the throne of God. And that's the only judgment that matters. Greek to me. I'm Pastor Bryan Hopfensperger. More next time.